But where was Dad? I float through the long hospital corridors, searching for him through the half-open moor. Finally, I found him. In the most luxurious VIP room at the end of the hallway, I see Arya lying on a soft hospital bed. Then, next to her was a giant pink gift box. The limited edition Barbie doll I had dreamed of. I begged Dad for an entire month. You know what he said?
Too expensive. Little kids shouldn't be so vain.
But now, he buys it for someone else's daughter, even without looking at the price tag.
Liam, the VIP room is too expensive. If Chloe finds out you used her card, she'll be angry.
Dad gently strokes her hair. His voice was softer than I had ever heard.
It is fine. A good environment will help Arya recover. Chloe has lots of money, and she will not mind.
Float up to the ceiling, I shouted in protest.
That is Mom's money!
But he couldn't hear me. His phone screen lit up. Dad glances it, then turns it off. Right at moment. Mom is standing outside the slightly open door, like a wandering ghost. Her once pure white dress is now stained dark red with my blood. Her body is covered in dirt and wounds. She just stares at the scene inside the room. Liam and Serena's family are like a real happy family. They are laughing and enjoying themselves. The cold wind in the roadway blew through Mom's hair. She is holding her phone, which is still ringing. The last glim of light in her eyes goes out completely.
Mom pushes open the hospital room door. Covered in dust and blood, she looks like something dragged back from hell, shattering the warmth of the room. Dad sees Mom. He pulls away from Serena like he'd been electrocuted.
Chloe? Why do you look like this? What are you doing here?
So this is what you have been so busy doing? Can't even answer the phone?
I could see her injured leg was still limping. I wanted to float over to Dad, tell him Mom was in pain, tell him I was already dead. But instead, Dad instinctively stepped in front of Serena's bed, as if Mom was some crazy woman who might hurt them.
Chloe, can you be reasonable for once? Serena is a single mother. She almost fainted from Strite earlier. I'm just here helping to comfort Arya.
Helping? Helping? Liam, when you were saving them, did you think of Mia for even 1 second? Do you know whose blood this is?
Chloe, enough! My job is to save the people in the most danger. You and Mia are fine now, aren't you? What's the big deal about a few minor injuries? You have to make it in the hospital?
Fine? I float in midair, tears dripping down. Daddy, can't you see the blood on Mommy's clothes? That is my blood. Your own daughter is already covered with a white sheet.
Liam, don't blame Chloe. It's all my fault.
It's okay. This isn't your fault. Don't worry. I'll handle it.
When Dad looks back at Mom, his eyes had turned ice cold.
Go back to Mia. Take care of her. I will be home late.
Mom looks at Dad's shameless face. Suddenly, she stops trembling, her eyes shifting from disappointment to calm.
You'll never see Mia again.
Mom walks away in disappointment. Dad shouts ridiculous a few times behind her back, but he doesn't chase after her at all, because Arya on the hospital bed calls out weakly,
Uncle Liam, don't go. I'm scared.
He immediately turns around, hurried back to her hospital bedside looking utterly anxious, and gently took her hand.
No, I'm not leaving. Sleep peacefully.
I don't follow Mom. I stay in the hospital room, floating quietly beside Dad. Late at night, the VIP room is so quiet you could only hear the humidizer. Aunt Serena and Arya are both asleep. Dad sits in the companion chair, rubbing his reddened eyes. He looked so tired. Daddy's just too busy. He's a big hero. Heroes never have time for their own families. I am still secretly making excuses for him in my heart. He didn't not love me. He just didn't hear my cries for help. Once he was done with his work, he would definitely come home and tell me a bedtime story, right? I float down and walk in front of him. Daddy, I'm not angry at you anymore. It was so dark and cold under the rubble. Hold me, please. I stand on my tiptoes, reach out my transparent little hand. I want to touch his furrowed brow, just like when he used to tuck me in. However, my fingertips pass through his body, like a wisp of wind, without any resistance. I froze. Unwilling to give up, I try again. My entire arm went through his chest. I couldn't touch him anymore. Just then, Dad leans down. He gently tucks Aria's blanket and plants a tender goodnight kiss on her forehead. Watching that kiss, my transparent body felt as if it has been crushed all over again. So this is it. The dead cannot hug the living. And I finally understood. In this world, I am already a ghost with no place to belong.
The next day, the sun is shining brightly. Dad goes for a walk in the park across to the hospital with Serena and Arya. The three of chase each other on the lawn. Their laughter echoes through the air, just like a real family. Once upon a time, my parents and I were that happy too. The harsh sunlight pierces through my soul. I feel inexplicably cold. Not far away, I see Mom sitting on a park bench.
My baby Mia.
Aunt Chloe!
Arya waves brightly at Mom.
Chloe? What's wrong with you? Where's Mia? Why didn't you bring her to the park?
She's not coming. You didn't forget you promised to spend her birthday with her tomorrow, did you?
Of course I didn't. I've already got her gift. I'll be there, on time.
You'd better remember.
I see Mom cry again.
Arya!
I'm totally fine, actually. It was all an act. I just didn't want Uncle Liam going to save Mia, so I clung to his leg and wouldn't let go. That collapse was brutal. No way, Snake. No way she made it out.
She's dead for sure by now, right?
I float in midair and cover my mouth in horror.
Uncle Liam!
Hey, kiddo.
I just gave Aunt Kama a lollipop. I hope she won't be angry anymore.
Dad smiles proudly and pat Araya's head. He praises her for such a kind Haudavahaisa.
Tomorrow morning, 10 o'clock, the downtown church. Don't be late.
Sewing this, Mama turns around and Zode away.
Okay.
He has no idea at all.
Tomorrow's party wouldn't have a birthday cake or birthday candles. Only a cold coffin. My coffin.
The party is held as scheduled. No colorful balloons, no sweet strawberry cake. Only a cold, solemn church. In the center of the church, a small white wooden box. That is my new bed. My body lies quietly inside, wearing the most beautiful princess dress Mom had ever bought for me, surrounded by white flowers. Mom walks up to the coffin, hands trembling. She places my favorite fairy tale book beside me.
Mia, I am sorry. I never got to finish those stories for you. Didn't you say you wanted to see the ocean? I just wanted to watch you grow up safe and happy.
She leans against the edge of the coffin. Tears fell heavily onto my face. Mom, don't cry. I float beside her, desperately trying to wipe away her tears, but my hands only pass through her cheeks.
It is already 9:50. Her father still is not here? I heard that man is at the hospital with his mistress child. He won't even come to his own daughter's funeral.
Chloe, maybe Liam is just stuck in traffic. Give him a call.
Traffic jam? He completely forgot. I should have realized sooner. He never loved me. And he never loved Mia.
Don't act impulsively. Liam is still Mia's father.
I will give him one last chance.
At Uncle Mason's pleading, Mom still dialed the number. The dialing screen shows calling for a long time. I pray devoutly. Dad, please, this is your last chance to see me.
The call connects. I excitedly lean closer. I float in the air, hearing the chaotic background noise of a hospital from the phone.
Chloe, I might be a little late.
Dad's voice sounds so matter-of-fact, even with a hint of aneration at being interrupted.
I told you, be here sharp at 10.
Is Mia throwing a tantrum again? Calm her down first. Aria had some issues during her examination. I need to stay and handle it.
Me? Throwing a tantrum? Again? I'm already a corpse, Daddy. How can I throw a tantrum? I instinctively look at Mom and for help. I see her close her eyes in utter disappointment and hang up the phone directly.
The funeral will start on time. I won't wait for him anymore.
I couldn't accept it. I want to see Dad. I want Dad to touch my cheek one last time.
Driven by a strong desire, my soul followed the phone signal and traveled to Dad's side. Inside the VIP room, Arya is smugly winking at Aunt Serena. Then suddenly, she burst into loud sobs, grabbing Dad's shirt tightly.
I don't want Uncle Liam to go. I've never had a birthday. Mommy is always busy. No one stays with... Liam, you can go to celebrate Mia's birthday. Don't worry about us. A widow and her child. Liam holds Aria's hand, comforting her gently.
No, I won't abandon you. It's fine. I'll stay a little longer, leaving until Aria falls asleep.
Serena smiles with relief. How piercing that smile was.
Just as Dad is holding Aria's hand, smiling with such affection, his phone on the nightband lights up. A breaking news alert from a local news outlet. Dad glances at it casually and was about to swipe it away. Freezes the moment it touched the screen, as if electrocuted. The headline read, "Downtown collapse, latest victim list confirmed. Includes 5-year-old girl." The photo attached to the news showed a blood-stained dress, hanging from the edge of a white sheet. The dress he bought for me just last week. Liam's eyes locked onto that familiar hem. His throat bow bobs painfully, and his face turns deathly pale in an instant.
Uncle Liam? What's wrong with you? Uncle Liam? What's wrong?
Arya shakes his hand. Dad's body begins to tremble violently. He stares at the photo, eyes instantly turn red. Then, his lips jiver as he tries to click on the link. I float down, hovering above his finger. Click it, Dad. If you just click it, you'll see my name. Then you could know I've already turned into a cold, lifeless body. But just as his fingertip is about to touch the screen, Serena glances at the headline from the corner of her eye. Her expression shifts slightly. Then she suddenly waves her hand. A cup of boiling hot water is deliberately knocked over, all over Dad's pant leg.
Oops! I'm so sorry, Liam. My hand slipped.
Dad jumps up from the burn, and the phone fell onto the hospital bed. Serena reacts swiftly, snatching the phone and pressing the lock button at once. The screen becomes black instantly.
Liam shoves Serena away in terror, his voice trembling.
Wait, Serena, that news just now, that dress. Mia was wearing that same dress when she left today.
Liam, you're too tired and overthinking things. That kind of fast fashion floral dress is sold everywhere. Thousands of little girls wear them.
Liam shakes his head, panic filling his eyes.
But what
There's no what if.
Serena stares into his eyes.
Think about it. If something really had happened to Mia, would Chloe be so calm calling you? Would she tell you to show up at 10 o'clock for Mia's birthday party?
The bloodshot red in his eyes gradually fading. Liam gasps for breath.
You're right. You're right. Chloe said she was throwing a tantrum. Dead people don't throw tantrums.
The hospital room is warm, but I feel so cold. Maybe because I am too far from Mom. I watch Dad carefully tuck Aria's blanket, promising to stay with her for another 10 minutes. Suddenly, I don't want to wait for him anymore.
I pass through the pure white walls of the ward.
I'm going back.
I return to Mom's side. The ceremony is coming to an end, with the church bells rang. Sad hymns echo through the empty hall. 2 staff members in black suits exchange grave glances and walk toward my body. They lift the pure white coffin lid, one on each side. They are about to seal me away in the darkness forever. Watching that slowly descending wooden board, I suddenly feel so afraid. I still remembered the night of my 5th birthday. The power went out, and the room was as dark as a monster's gaping mouth. I hid in the closet, crying in fear. It was Dad, holding a flashlight, who rushed in like a knight and pulled me tightly into his arms. At that time, he stroked my head, gently promised me,
Don't be afraid, Mia. Whenever you're in trouble, Dad will appear like a superhero to protect you.
Dad, it's so dark and cold here. Where is your superhero cape? Did you forget about me?
No! Please, don't!
Mom rushes forward and holds onto the edge of the coffin desperately.
I'm not ready to say goodbye to her yet! Please don't do this!
Mom wails in despair. Her cries make everyone in the room tear up. The staff members looked troubled, trying to pull her away, but she fights them off wildly.
Stop! No! My Mia is afraid of the dark!
Uncle Mason steps forward in tears, holding the struggling Chloe tightly from behind.
Chloe, let go and give her peace.
Mom collapses lickly into Uncle Mason's arms, in tears. I float above the coffin, watching the lid closed inch by inch in despair. Dad, if you don't come soon, I'll really be locked away forever in this dark box. Just as the longest nail is about to be hammered in, sunlight mixed with cold wind pouring in. The crying in the hall stops abruptly. Everyone turns to look at the entrance. I float in midair, feeling as if my dead heart could beat again. The figure standing against the light at the door. Could it be Dad?
The gate swings fully open, revealing nothing but emptiness inside. Just a strong gust of wind. My coffin is sealed shut for good. In the hospital room, Dad, who is watching Aria fall asleep so gently, suddenly clutches his chest in agony. A sharp, intense pain makes it almost impossible for him to sit still. Cold sweat pours down his forehead.
Liam, are you okay?
I don't know, but it hurts so much here.
Dad, it hurts, doesn't it? That's the same pain I felt when you left me under the rubble. Dad finally panics and forces himself to stand up.
I have to go. Mia's birthday is today. I'll come back to see you tomorrow.
He grabs the pink Barbie doll gift box and stumbles out of the hospital room. Back at the church, the staff member raises the cold hammer. Mom clings to the edge of my coffin, crying hysterically.
Meanwhile, on the sunlit street, Dad slams the gas pedal to the floor. He looks at the pink gift box on the passenger seat. Guilt in his eyes slowly turns into anticipation.
Mia, Daddy is almost there. Are you ready?
But Dad, that Barbie doll in your hand is never bought for me. In the church, the first long nail is mercilessly hammered into the wood. Dad hums softly as he turns the steering wheel, a look of anticipation on his face. The second heavy blow, the second nail fell. Mom lies across my coffin, crying in despair, calling my name over and over again. Outside the church doors, Dad runs up the steps, out of breath, holding the pink gift box. The third blow. My coffin is sealed shut for good. Mom has completely lost her strength. She collapses on the ground, letting my coffin be carried away. Outside the church doors, Dad takes a deep breath. Wearing a smile, he pushes open the heavy wooden doors with both hands.
Mia! Daddy's here!
Click the link below. You can watch the entire series.